Okay, so here I am in, I don't know, this looks abandoned, I hope it is, but I'm trying to get up this mountain here. I'm already tired from walking here. Alright, come to open field. I just asked two guys working on a fence back there if the Inca ruins, which is what I'm looking for, is up this way. He said don't go that way, but come this way. It's better to come up the mountain this way than over around. So that's what I'm doing. We'll see if he's telling the truth here, if he knows what he's talking about, rather. I'm sure he's telling the truth to the best of his knowledge. Over that way is the way into Posto Valle. Over that way is Posto Valle. Once we get up there higher, I'll be able to show you a better path. Okay, now I wonder if I climb here, looks kind of steep, or I go there and go up. It looks less steep to me, but it is on the other side of the river there. Maybe there's a way across. Sometimes they drop logs across or build a little footbridge. There's a narrow enough spot to jump, or it's shallow enough to wade through. I think it's pretty shallow right now. We haven't had rain in a while. Oh, it looks really shallow right here. This is perfect. Okay. Look how shallow that is. I could walk in there and not get wet at all. So, I guess this is as good a spot as any to cross. Do I go there and go up? That's the question. It does look easier. Alright, let's cross the river. Stream. I mean, this thing, the banks flood on this thing certain times of year. Right now, not so much. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I want to go that way. We're gonna head off this way. And whoa. Deep mud hole there. Okay. Let's go back in. Cross over. Like I was gonna. Cause back there is just not good. Gonna make this jump here. Okay. Now it's super thick here. That's the problem. Maybe I go that way, but I know that it's kind of steep there. I'm gonna figure this out, then come back. Okay, so I'm really tired. It's not easy coming up here. That's where I was. Found a spot to cross there. Came up through the brush. So thorny and dry. But I'm gonna start my climb. Hopefully that's the steepest part, because I'd use my hands. But we're gonna keep going up. This is pretty steep here too, though. Looks kind of dangerous. I don't see anywhere to climb there. Once I get there, though, I think I'm in the clear. So, putting you away so I don't fall, hopefully. Okay, so I really hate this brush because I got to use my hands at places. May not look steep on camera, but it's steep for me enough to where I have to use my hands. I don't like it because there could be snakes here, venomous snakes, and I'm not wanting to get bit today, so I can take it slow and careful. Look where I'm going. Hopefully I won't get bit. That's the goal. So let's start the climb. Okay, I'm panting like crazy. I made it up pretty much near the top. Want to point out a few things. Here's where we live. It's the town of Valle. In the distance there's a sign you can see, colorful sign. It's in other videos. It's a good vantage point to point out things. There's the road in. Let's see. Over here, we haven't gone there yet, but we will. That is a place that on the rock walls there I mentioned before, they have drawings, wall drawings from the Inca. So those would be pretty neat to see one day. A while back I walked this ridge back over here, up there by the rocky area. Spring, and I drank out of that spring. Started here, came up. There are actually, maybe we'll go here one day too in the videos, but there's actually all over there, and if you weren't looking for them, you just step right over them. The things we're looking for today we might step over too, so I got to be on the lookout. I'm gonna head up into this brush. The things we're looking for today are circular rocks that there's different theories of what they're for. Some say they had sacrifices up here. Some say that it was something to do with direction in the stars, kind of mapping things out. So we don't really know for sure. Also over here there is a throne. We'll check that out one day too. Over on the other mountain. A throne of the whoever was in charge of this area. Back in the day, it's carved out of part of the mountain wall. I have no idea why it's so thick here. It's insane. I don't even know where to go. There's just brush. There's a big old bee. I'm gonna avoid him. I don't want to get stung way up here. Still on the lookout for snakes while avoiding sorts of other stuff. Trying to get through here. Let's see. Where would they be? I have a feeling there's an easier way, and I just don't know where it is. Let's get out of here and then find out. Okay, I went back out and a little bit around. See the town's there, and we're on the other side of the mountain. So I walked around the edge. We're over in that brush on the other side. But looks kind of iffy. I think when I go back, I'll take this road or that. Looks like I could get down that way pretty easy. I'm not the biggest fan of hiking alone, but you can't find anyone to hike with you. That's what you do. Now, I want to show you something I see here. It is I'm not getting close to it, but I'll put the camera close. It's a hole. What do you suppose lives in there? I don't know, but I've seen a few of those. Snake, tarantula, asparagus, who knows? Could be anything. Okay. Oh, there's a bee. Almost knocked into him. There's a lot of bees. Must be a nest nearby. Usually they won't bother you. Though we had a bunch of those in our house. Got in because they made their nest in the chimney. But they didn't bother us. It's annoying to have them in the house, but they did not bother us. Okay, go through here. Man, if this brush wasn't here, you could just walk, walk right up. Wouldn't be a problem. But all this brush is really slowing down my progress. Hopefully I can find some type of path. Looks like it's clearing right here a bit. Okay. So, get a view of the other side of town, or the other side of the mountain where the town is. Pretty neat. It's a beautiful area. Even for the people here, it's to them, it's one of the most beautiful areas around. Thankful God let us here, allowed us to live here. It's a beautiful spot. People are great. They're accepting. Last night I played soccer with a bunch of people, and I'm an old man now because I couldn't play with the young people. They put me in the old people bracket, the old people group. Young people played first, then the old people. So that's that. I'm old now. 30, I guess, is too old to play in the junior league with the teenagers and stuff, which is probably for the best because I am not gonna keep up with them like I used to. I wouldn't even say I used to be able to keep up with them, honestly. Like I wished I could have. I'm attaching a piece of the camera, that's why it looks funny for you. A tripod. I'm gonna sit here for a second because I need a drink after hiking up that mountain. This mountain. I usually bring my own water. Although, like I said a few times, well, we went with a big group and I shared my water, so it was gone pretty quick. And so I drank out of the river. And that's just kind of what they do here. I mean, everyone, they're on a trip. It kind of blew my mind at first. They didn't bring water. I said, wow, I need water. And they're drinking out of the river. So, it's just what they do. They drink out of the river. I'm going to keep walking. Where we'll go, I don't know. Okay, we're coming up to the top of the mountain, it looks like. One of these white flowers. I hear lots of bees. It's a big bee. Okay. We're on the lookout for circular stone that is placed. Here's that pokey plant. Looks like aloe, but it's not aloe. But it's kind of like that. There are a ton of bees right here. A ton. I gotta go that way around. I'm not gonna walk through this whole flower garden, flower field, flower mountain. Whoa. It's a ton. Maybe you can't hear them on camera, but I'm disturbing them. And I don't want to make a big deal for them. If I disturb one or two, sure, but there's a lot there. Just feeding, making pollen. I think I just gotta go. Hope. I don't like bees. Thankfully, I grew out of my allergy. got tested before I came to Bolivia because I figured I'd get stung. And you know what? I've been stung more times in the 6 months in Bolivia than I ever have in my entire life. So it's a good thing. I'm not allergic, and neither are my kids. Okay. Okay, here's a little trail. I'll take this trail. Some pretty flowers. There's some pretty flower down here. I saw it's orange. Oh, here it is. Let's take a look at it. Pretty, no? There's clusters of them. That's not the best one. There's clusters of them. And they're all bunched together. They look pretty. Anyway, hopefully that focused for you. Let's go up. I don't see these circles that they're talking about. I might need to bring my friend and the pastor of Valle Grande. He knows this area really well. He could show me where they might be. So I don't know if I'm going to find them today. I'm at the top. Like I said though, you could be right on them. They could be covered. I don't know. I apologize for the sloppy camera view too. But going through this brush is difficult. Man, where are they? I really wanted to see them today, but it looks like I'm probably gonna have to go back. There's another one of those holes. I'm just gonna step over it, mind my own business. It gets kind of thick down there. I don't think it'd be down there. Maybe though. If it were me, if I was an Inca, I would put them at the top. I guess depending on what they're for, I would put them at the top. You know, I think with a lot of these things, we overthink it. Like, oh, it's for the stars, or it's for this or that. And that's true a lot of the times, I'm sure. But maybe they just put them there to sit down in a circle together. Maybe they just put them there to sit. And we're just overthinking it. Oh, here's some thick brush. Be cool to see a mountain lion, huh? Up here, I always say that, but it could also be scary. Very scary. Okay. I'm gonna go to this side of the mountain, to the very other side. If we don't see anything, I'm gonna head down because I'm done. Done with this brush. Okay, it's clear. You know what? It might be on that tip of that mountain. The peak. The peak of the mountain. I don't see any stones up here at all. No rocks. It's all dirt. It's just earth. It's not. There's a rock, but it is not what we're looking for. Although it could be. You never know. It could just be buried. Could just be buried. Alright, so last time I was up here, I was alone. The camera cut and the film didn't work, and I found something really cool. So here I am with a bunch of these guys. This time we're gonna go up here and find where it's over here. So I came down this little path before. Almost. A bunch of kids came with me this time, teenagers, and we are going to go to the ruins that I found. Now what's interesting is when we get to these ruins, I'll show you, but it's just the foundation of a Inca ruins. pass them up. And so, for instance, here's one. It's one of the ruins. You can see it's a circle here. And that's where the house used to be. Here's the cave. I almost didn't see it because, I mean, there's foliage coming out of it. And I stuck my camera down in there last time, but couldn't get it. Cueva aquí. Cueva. See? Now I'm going to stick this down in there. Hey! Yes, I am. I don't know if we can see the bottom that well, or the end, but that's the cave. Mira. Cuidado. Anyway, that's the cave. Maybe I'll show you down in there if we can find a way down. I'm going to enter the cave here. It does go down a slight incline, so we'll go down in here. Oh, you know, Puma comes running out. It's not much distance, but yeah, who knows what's under that rubble there? Could be Inca gold. All right, as I was saying before my camera cut out, is right here we have rocks that go up and around here. So this is no doubt another place that they lived. They could overlook their brethren and sisters over here on that hill who lived there. Anyway, my camera cut out. Thought I had enough battery for this little bit. I didn't think I'd be gone that long, honestly. But it's always more than you think, I guess. So I'm using my phone, which is still pretty good quality. My backup camera. Trying to go a little bit slower here to look for things. It's another one of them holes. Now that this is not attached to a tripod, I am not going to stick my hand in any of those holes, but I'm glad I got that cave when I had my extension stick. Okay. It looks like a path here. I think it's just mostly cows keeping this path trampled down. Due to the evidence of the cow pies and the cow tracks. Not the ice cream. I wish it was. Okay, we can go this way or down that way. We were up there. Came down this way. Okay, this is kind of thick. We already kind of saw what I wanted to see. So I might just go back and go down the other way. I wonder if back in the day that all this brush wasn't here when the Incas were here. Inca ruins. See, here's some stuff, and it's all grassy. So you know how incredibly hard it would be to find one of those circles up here? There's a rock. There's a rock. Wonder if they strategically placed these rocks like their homes onto each side around this mountain so they could overlook, see if anyone is coming or not. If they had strategy like that. Okay, this looks way easier to come up than the other side that I did. So next time I'm going to take that road, cut through that field, go down this 2-track. Actually, this 2-track might connect over here. And it might be easier to get up that way. You know, for the sake of it, it'd be easier for me to walk that way, but I'm going to walk this way. Because if we see another one of those homes, I don't want to miss it. If we pass by one, I don't want to miss it. Inca dwelling. Who knows what's in that brush? Here's another prime location for one, I'd think. To think that Incas were here is just cool. Because look, we got a tractor, homes. It's a lot more modern. And like I said, a prime location. I think I'm kind of getting the hang of where they're putting them, because there is one right here. So it seems when they come right down a slope, maybe I'm wrong, but we came down the last slope. Over there, when you go down the slopes, they have them like on the edges, not quite at the tip, not quite at the tip of the mountain, but we can see circle. It encompasses here, and that is where another one of the dwellings are. These Inca, or at least were. I can't imagine what it looked like. Probably a dome shape. I'm gonna have to look it up on Google what they actually looked like, because I'm not exactly sure. I have an idea that they weren't that elaborate, but never know. Maybe it was a little bit more elaborate than we think. Stop and enjoy the small things too of God's creation. A lot of that you'll miss if you just look, just looking ahead, looking at the big picture. Here's some bees, busy at work. Now we're kind of gradually going up, standing on a little rock place. Could have been something, I don't know. Doesn't look that interesting, just a rock. Could be something though, could be. Okay. So they definitely were here too, which is cool. So they're on the other side of those mountains that I showed, and they're here on this side. Now, I'm gonna see if I can get down this mountain now. Probably just cut the camera, call it good for today. Do some more exploring another day. This video won't even be able to be uploaded because I don't have Wi-Fi. It's very expensive here. Now here's some rock. I think this is just a mountain. Check over here real quick. Big truck coming into town. Looks like maybe the produce truck comes once or twice a week. Pick up produce. Okay. It's crazy that these are here, and a lot of people in the town don't even know it. And to the ones that do, it seems like they just don't care as much as we do. Like, oh yeah, it's there. Yeah, it's just part of, you know, part of the town, part of the history. It's like, this isn't, people don't come up here regularly. They don't, which is probably good because they don't destroy the what's there. They don't move the rocks from the spot, because that'd be sad if they move the last bit of rocks from where they were. Okay, we're coming up to the edge. It looks pretty steep here. I I'm gonna have to go back that way. The other options, check there and hope over that way. This is steep. And it's only getting steeper. Yeah. Don't want to fall here. Oh my. Maybe it doesn't look that bad on camera. If I could just drop there, right into the river. I thought maybe I could walk up there. I bet there's something up there. I can't imagine. See, there's a little trail. And it's a little bit more wooded than bushy. Oh, I'm feeling a little dizzy over there. Another hole. Okay. Let's just keep walking this way. I'm gonna cut the camera so I don't waste too much time. Alright, I freaked out there for a second. Grasshopper jumped into my hat. It's hanging off the back of my neck. Anyway, I'm gonna cut the camera. I just want to say something. A couple things as I'm thinking. As I'm moving along here. The Incas didn't have shoes. And they're climbing all over this. I have these premium hiking boots from the States. And they don't have nothing. When I walked with a group of young people up mountains like this, they had flip-flops and Crocs on. These guys are crazy. It's just interesting to me to think that these Incas and how they lived. I need to study more about it. Find out, because it's very interesting. I'm almost at the bottom. We were up there when I cut the video. And I was also thinking about something. That cave we saw. What if deeper in there, and maybe buried a little bit, is some Inca gold or some Inca treasure or something like that? Or maybe when the I don't know. I don't really know the history that well, but something. We were inches from it. Inches from being extremely rich. Being the next Indiana Jones. But we missed out because we were fearful. Doesn't matter to me. That's cool. Okay. It's getting a little peligroso. Dangerous. But now, next time I know that this is a way easier side to come up than using my hands and hacking my way through brush. So that's what we're going to do next. Well, here's a bunch of cows. We were up that way. Not there, but that way. On the other side, some dead cows. Some bones. Yeah, we were up there. And seems like it was a lot of work. I'm sure there's a better way out of here, but I'm just following the fence line to the road. But we started on the other side of that mountain, came up, then across, down, on the other side of there, and over that way. Yeah, over that way. On the other side of that tree. And now, just following this little stream with the fence line, back to the road, and then we're done. So, hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to explore some more ruins. You say ruins and you expect maybe a pyramid or something. Not here. But there is pyramids around here. Look at these birds. There's pyramids, but it's different to go to. Just a minute. Here's that bird. I had to change camera settings. Try to zoom out here. It's only zooming in. There we go. I don't know what kind of bird they are. But anyway, we'll end with that. Hope you enjoyed the video and maybe inspired you to look stuff up about the Inca Empire in the Bolivian region, or the Guarani Indians. That is it for today's video.